Hi Capricorn, if you want to come on in, have a seat. We'll take a look at your ink blot, fresh Boko blots. We're going to do a contrast blot today if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle along the way, and as well the spirit box for any shout outs. Capricorns, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Also my aura. But let's go. If you want to take a moment to close the eyes, release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go, aura astronauts. And that's how it feels, Capricorns. There's, at least the way I'm sensing it. There we go. See it in here? Ooh, there we go. It's like I'm getting ready for liftoff. I'm seeing a spaceship, but it's like your beingness, your body. That is, like if I was to see like a spaceship getting ready to take off and there's all these things around it and it's held in place and it's getting ready to take off somewhere. Could even be like a slingshot. It doesn't have to be powered by something volatile is what I'm hearing. So that could also resonate with some if you might be going through something that feels volatile or I don't think I know the word, but it like creates tremors or is anyway. If you're going through something like that, if the rumbles of it are going to inevitably power how it feels for me this takeoff, right? Like seeing this spaceship, the rumble, the fire, the rah, and all the stuff is necessary and needed, the power, the momentum to skyrocket up. But then I'm also seeing it, some might be in the space of, or simultaneously in different aspects of the Capricorn energy, it's more of a slingshot. So it's this pulling back if you're in the sensation of I'm holding back or pulling back, creating something tight. And it's not, I don't think back is the point. Like it feels like I'm creating tension to inevitably release. So one feels like more tremors and one feels like tension. But they're all going up and there's work being done the way I'm seeing it. We'll add on the spirit box. Sorry, we're here for Capricorn. If you have any shout outs you would like to share with the Capricorn collective. Because I'm seeing people off to the side here. I don't want that to roll off. Right about here. We're here for the Capricorn collective. Will it come through? Yeah, right there. So it's like they're standing there with a book. But this book is like, say like a book. It's like they're looking at it as they're looking at the structure that maybe is of yourself or something, whatever the case may be, whatever channel it is that you're pursuing. It might have some current tensions about. Anyway, so it's like I can see them here and they're like, yep, check. Okay, check. They're doing some sort of check, a checklist of sorts. Somebody might feel like they're a monster right now. That's an interesting way to say it. And I'm going to take a moment. Like if misunderstood, if I was misunderstood because I was like a friendly giant or something like that, and I've been captured and they're not dissecting me, but like analyzing me. For some reason my language is always way off when I'm in the liminal space, so I apologize. They're observing you, but I'm kind of like on display. There's something hovering about 3 to 6 feet. Oh, maybe higher. Like 9, 10, 11. Okay, above my head. I'm under a mountain. I'm under a mountain. I'm hidden. I'm hidden. But there are spirits that know whether this is an aspect of the Capricorn collective. We're all over the place here, and I'm going to go with it. I am absolutely going to go with it. That's what we do here. We just go with the surreal stories.
Funny.
It is funny. So there are spirits that are aware of maybe this aspect of a portion of the Capricorn collective, an aspect of yourself, this, that, or the other, right? Any channel, like maybe you're in a spaceship for work, but you're in a slingshot for personal life, or you know, you have hurts in this mountain. I don't know what it is, but you see how it can somewhat be pieced together, at least in my efforts. Anyway, these clouds that are moving around this mountain are really spirit paying attention. They know where you're at. They know where you're at. I don't know what this thing is above my head. It feels like a robot of sorts. It's just a little thing. It's just a little thing. Okay, so I'm not sure if this little thing, will it show up here? Right up here is the Capricorn symbolic horns getting ready to be placed on, like a new set of horns, a different set of horns, an additional set of horns, and it's going to be placed upon my head, or if they're hovering up. I'm not really sure which way they're going to go. That's okay.
Why is he here?
No one knows. Something about courage is coming through. If the lighting will let this. There we go. Shaman of courage. This is what that feels like. Even from an artistic standpoint, like, see this card, it all looks very similar. Courage, Capricorns. Damn near Popeye. That's what that is all about.
Imbecile.
Imbecile. Maybe that's a perception of if anyone's analyzing you, or maybe a perception of you analyzing others or observing those analyzing you. It's like they have an opinion and you're like, oh, they're just imbeciles. Hunter of abundance. If you are looking to skyrocket towards something, you know what? Sorry. So now I'm seeing that thing that was floating above the Capricorn's head, and I wasn't sure what it was. And now I just saw that I sent this smaller portion of my horns up, like a remote control thing, and it can escape, harsh word, but I'll use it, escape this mountain by a small crevice to look around for like almost like an abundance of resources that I may have. Capricorns, holy schmoly. There's that devil energy down there as well. Dancer of friendship. It's like you're friends with those in the below that look different and those above. And you might feel caught in the middle here, being earthly in some context, shape, or form. Hunter of vision and shaman of stars. Yeah, it's like some sort of shamanic vision and sky vision at the same time. Like you've got friends all over. I don't think everyone understands how much courage sometimes is necessary for Capricorn to be working through certain fears in whatever aspect it is. Sorry, I gotta come back down here. When I look at this devil in the negative space, right there, I don't see any arms or legs. You know what it feels like? It feels like I'm being worked on. I'm being worked on like a mechanic.
Imbecile.
Imbecile. I've never heard that word come through the spirit box. I'm not surprised it comes through twice in a Capricorn reading because we're Capricorns. I can say it and be like, I think you might be leaving some people around you or starting to sever ties that people have been like working on you, whether in whatever context, personal, professional, this, that, or the other. And you're like, they've been taking parts from you. For some reason, I'm seeing it like car thievery, where, and it reminds me of when I had my Volkswagen and people would always take my grill constantly, and this like emblem thing or the V-dub thingamajoo, I don't even know, whatever the car thing is called. But they would always take my grill. Oh, I had to get so many grills. Anyway, it's not the point. That's what it feels like. Maybe in some respect, you feel like people, maybe conditions, certain areas, you've been pulled apart for parts. Like, oh, we really like this part. It's like this, that, or the other. And I'll get to that in a second. Thank you. So that feels external to me. Like I'm observing these potential imbeciles. Now, it's not a judgment, but that's how it feels. It's not a judgment on anyone's character. Because I'm not really sure if they understand what they are receiving or taking. I say taking, but if it happened. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to flip it now to the other rabbit hole because the Hunter of Vision stepped forward and said yes. So this is also you like going to the galactic garage if I can, and you're taking pieces. No, it's not taking. It's
Imbecile.
It's earned. So I'm seeing the Mandalorian when he does that one task and takes the metals in to see the forge one anyway, and gets all new armor or pieces of armor. That's what it feels like. This feels very confusing, but yet not. Maybe it's just a Capricorn thing. I don't know. It's like some people might consider the way you go about things or even of yourself like it's so complicated or confusing, and you're like, but it's not. It's just, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Why do I need to? It's like trying to, again, it comes back to the car thing. When I had the VW, I had to find a particular mechanic who specialized in Volkswagens. Couldn't just take it anywhere. That's what this feels like. The Capricorn car. You can't just take it anywhere to get repairs, fixed, healings, this, that, or the other. It's like instead of having imbeciles, and I would like for that to be released, going to experts. Those who have an understanding.
Can you repeat?
7 of coins has come through. Yeah, somebody who cares. A Capricorn cares very, very deeply. There are very large beings helping you. I'm also seeing headphones and sorry, the mask, the Mandalorian mask way down here. Okay, I'm gonna flip this. Yeah, we're gonna flip it. I will do for this is for early May, for like end of May. We'll do a color one on the other side, and then we'll kind of get a full view. Awesome. A little bit of color, a little bit of contrast. All right, Capricorns, thank you so much if you have stayed with me through that confusing yet courageous part of the reading. 5 of Coins, 4 of Swords. This is where I feel like it's been coming from the 5 of Coins, like picked apart, to the 4 of Swords, and now there's healing being received. That's how that feels to me. And this Capricorn, this is not like some rando, mechanic of man. This is a specialist. I'm seeing a spider. It's a nice spider. Kind of like a Charlotte's Web kind of vibe. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. I'm going to share this with you. See if I can share the way I'm seeing it. Seeing this as like a whole face. Like there's the chin, eyes. That was that spider I was talking about up there. There she is. Do you know one of those things that can kind of, it's not a washer, because it has a, like, I think it's like a maybe it's a butterfly washer. Capricorns, there's like a tap, some sort of tap or butterfly washer. Yeah, something's being worked on. 5 of Coins, especially if this has had anything to do, and 7 of Coins, if this has had any impact, imbecilic impact on your money, higher healing is happening. Yes, because you have a vision for something. It's almost like you're willing to be at the shop right now. A part of you, a portion of you is at the shop right now because you know the value of it. It's like, okay, well, the car's got to be in the shop right now but it's going to come back better. It's going to come back repaired. And you're willing to kind of like do without that right now because it's giving you time to clean up the garden of these other aspects that could be actually like affecting. Maybe it is your car, maybe it is your money, this, that, or the other. Because you are courageously like willing to be without, knowing it's being served and serviced, so you can like realign abundance. I can't help but get the sensation somebody watches the way you tend to things and tries to, I don't know, maybe that's the imbecilic nature. It's almost like they're in love with you, but they don't. Traitor, yeah.
Can you repeat?
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like an obsessiveness. It's not positive, but they lead it with love. But I feel like this person's far, like not even in your aura. They just kind of like project things in every so often. It's like they want a piece of your abundance of whatever that is. Anyway, okay. So I'm seeing this as like a, oh my goodness, Capricorn. Thank you for your patience. Let's take a breath here. Okay. There's this warrior being entity. It does feel alien-esque. Doesn't have to be. It's just their sight is funny. I don't think they look at you. 9 of Spears. Oh. Capricorns, they might be. King of Coins is on the bottom. If anyone is like, yeah, this has to do with my money, you're like, yeah. 8 of Cups,
Yeah.
like you're heading right towards it. Queen of Cups. but it's like cleaning up the emotional energy, cleaning up the fuel lines. Thank you. Capricorns are going from like unleaded, mid-grade to high test. Yeah. Okay. For whatever reason, it's cars and fuels, but I'll receive that because my car's in the shop. So makes sense. Okay. And justice is here. Oh my goodness, Capricorns. This is an upgrade, but it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable upgrade in whatever context it feels like. But the collective energy of Capricorns is helping each other support through this. Why? Because everyone has different pieces of courage, warrior spirit in different places, different resting, different skill sets. You know, like when you're playing one of those video games and you have all these different characters and you can send them in, whoever's got the most health or this spell, whatever the case may be. That's what it feels like. I'm in the Capricorn collective. It's like, I don't need to be everything. If this part of me is resting or being serviced, this, that, or the other, I have a whole collective I can draw from with permission and consciously to help versus not being ignorant or nasty, but having to take the advice of people that don't understand a particular caliber, right? Okay, so 9 of Spears, 6 of Coins, and Judgment. This came in when just after the Traitor and this whole warrior spirit came in. And I want to acknowledge Capricorns as I'm getting ready to close so I don't take up too much of our time. Such precious time. Is that you're hunting abundance on one aspect and then also being hunted by this other energy that claims to be like of love, this, that, or the other, but I don't think is. Run. Yeah, there's a definite traitor kind of feel going on. This warrior that I'm seeing here is a being of judgment. Now, whether that judgment is of you, like it's, right? Could feel a little cold, but Capricorns get a little cold when you've been feeding them, even from afar, bull. It's like somebody was giving you ridiculous advice because it was really serving them to help dim you down. And you're like, no, I'm going to interact with other. I don't mean it to sound so snotty. I really, really don't. Contrary to the way I'm actually saying it. But that is also sometimes part of the Capricorn communication style is, yeah, we can be a little cold when we feel an injustice has been made. But it's being, even from the male and female aspects, it's being balanced, but there's a quietness in it for the Capricorn, like shh, don't tell, just don't say anything. You know how like in a deck of cards there's clubs, spades, this, that, or the other? I am seeing clubs. I'm also seeing a rooster. Yeah, it's a rooster. Capricorn collective. And what else do we see here for getting ready to close out for Capricorns early May? I think it's a koala bear sacrifice. Yeah, there's been sacrifices. And whatever portion of you is currently in service, being of service, being serviced. Hopefully you understand my language, Capricorns. And then last but not least, we have Epoch, pause in your journey. Feel loved and proud, Nas.
Funny.
Capricorns are funny. We might only be funny around specific people, but we are funny. It's a little bit of a dark humor, but that's what I love about it. There is a pause right now in some context, is the way I'm seeing it. It's been coming through as like a car in a shop, but it's also because maybe my car is in the shop. But it's indicative of other things. The people around you, the energies around you, the money, the energetic flow, upgrading the fuel, changing the fuel filters, changing the air filters of the holistic vehicle, right? The holistic vehicle. And that requires a pause. But just because there's a pause doesn't mean it's a stop. It's just a cleansing. And then I'm being asked to be reminded of that even once the work is done, so whatever context, if you've been, have made sacrifices to, better your gifts or your work, your relationship, change pillars because maintenance needs to be done. So sometimes by repairing a fuel pump helps this, helps that, helps this. Getting your multi-leaf springs helps this, helps that, helps this. You see what I'm saying? Like they are interconnected. Last but not least, we have a card sitting here at the bottom, and Temperance. Yes, this is what. Take some time. Take the temperature of things. Watch your gauge. Cooling, heating systems, all that kind of good stuff. But continue to research, Capricorns. Continue to research through those around you. I feel like somebody thinks they're not noticed around you, but you do notice in a good or less good light. I don't know. That's none of my business. Oh, Capricorn. It's like I'm looking at the manual of whatever this is, and it's like I want to be more knowledgeable about.
Can you repeat?
The Volkswagen, or I bought this kind of car. I got this vehicle, the STEPH vehicle for this lifetime. I want to know more about this. How do we, keep her limber and whatever the case may be. That's what it feels like, but it feels like on an individual level to an interconnected Capricorn collective level and then beyond. It's like I'm seeing this whole Capricorn collective as one big warrior that is getting ready to take off in different ways, in different forms, slingshots to spaceships, to the whole kit and caboodle. Look out, world. Capricorns are coming. All right, Capricorns, I will see you in a little bit for your color ink blot, and we'll look at the end of May. Thank you so much for being my muse, and I'll see you later.